Greetings again and welcome to this horoscope for November 19th, 2018. I'm your host, the Professor. Right now in the zodiac is a fantastic time for reassessing our values. And the Mercury retrograde that's occurring is occurring in the sign of Sagittarius, which is the sign of higher education, spirituality, values, and fellowship, and how we really become a citizen of the world and participate in the good of the world. So right now is a fantastic time to look at all of those things in your life, reflect, and realign, reassess, and find that niche in terms of understanding our own place in the world and the good that we have to offer society. Several planets are moving into Sagittarius, and Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, is now in its own sign. So this is a fantastic time for looking at higher education, travel, and expanding your boundaries. The good news is we don't have to do this alone. Venus in Libra will also indicate that partnerships, romantic partnerships, will figure prominently into this. And so whoever we're involved with will be along for the journey, or perhaps on the journey, we'll find someone to take that journey with. So without any further ado, Aries, this is a fantastic time for you to get motivated, to find what your goals really are. Mostly of them are probably going to be fitness goals. And these fitness goals are going to really take on a strong, dominant tone. And likewise, the good news is finding a partner, somebody to work with to motivate you, will be a central theme in this process. Taurus, what I'm looking at right now for you is strategy. That is, now that we've found the financial long-term goals that we've been looking at within the last month, how are we going to move forward and increase the wealth that we have and the holdings that we have, and go and enjoy the world with the wealth that we've created. Gemini, what I'm seeing right now might be a challenging time for you. Your instinct to focus on the details is not very dignified right now. The big picture is facing you. So focus on the things that are really important, the big picture instead of the minutia, and you're going to do fine. But you may be feeling overwhelmed or confronted by all the big things that are happening in your life right now that seem somewhat unmanageable. Cancer, this has been typically a challenging time while Saturn's been in Capricorn. However, you will find that this next month will be a delightful reprieve in many ways, as families start to focus on what is good, what is right, and you focus particularly on those things, and you all start working together more to those common goals that you all hold. And Leo, right now, this is a great time for expansion in terms of your own creative pursuits. And you'll be finding that the things that you're really passionate about are really going to grow during this next month and throughout this next year. So be excited. You have a good reason to be excited, and just keep pursuing those passions that you have and those creative pursuits. Virgo right now may be similar in terms of its orientation to Gemini, the zodiac. So really right now you're going to be focused on, geez, how am I going to really organize my life, because everything is in such chaos and disorder, and there's all this expansion going on. You're going to find it challenging to get work done or be efficient. Don't worry about that so much. Just use this time to be focused. And again, since last month was a time of promotion, it really makes sense that you're going to be confronted with new responsibilities, new challenges, and just embrace them. Libra, this is a fantastic and fun time for you. Lots of wit and wordplay, having a good time with other people, truly connecting with others in society, and connecting in a way of fellowship and having a fantastic time socially is really the focus right now. And sometimes that indecisiveness of Libra can really be an obstacle. Right now you'll find that your goals will be really, really well defined, and you'll be able to act on those goals very easily. Scorpio, the only thing I can say right now is that you're the samurai master. As Mars moves into Pisces, this is the art of allowing your enemy to throw themselves on the sword, so to speak. So understand that some of the best action you can take is non-action. And the way of the passive warrior, the way of the spiritual warrior is really the theme right now. So take a stand for yourself, but it's a stand of nonviolence and true mastery. Sagittarius, of course, this is going to obviously be a fantastic time for you. And so massive expansion, spiritual values, really being very aligned and motivated is really the key word here. So stay on track with those goals that you have, and you're definitely going to reach them within this next year. Capricorn, I'm going to say right now, it may be kind of overwhelming. Again, many of these things facing the earth signs are expansive, and so you may find yourself in the position of needing more work help, needing more help in whatever endeavors you're up to. And so just know that the help is out there, and just get out there, resist the urge to be the hermit, to go within. Really the key is finding those resources outside your business or home. Aquarius, I'm also going to say that right now is a time for being motivated for good. This time of year typically is difficult for homeless people, for people on the streets, for people who are struggling. And you'll find this new motivation to help humanity and expand those efforts through nonprofit organizations and other such endeavors. So really focus on humanity, the nonprofit sector, and you will find that that expansion is really going to benefit the people you want to help. And Pisces right now, you're really kind of on a seesaw, if you will. You'll often get inspired by spirit and what's coming through and being the medium for those things coming through, but you might be confronted by what society is looking at and wants instead of what spirit seems to be trying to communicate to society. So be patient with those out there, particularly the religious right, people who have very defined religious values, and just be patient. Keep relaying the messages that you have, and keep being motivated, and all will resolve itself in time. So I wanted to do a couple of personal horoscopes. This first one goes out to CJ in Hawaii. She is in Kona, Hawaii. I'm going to say right now, again, travel is going to be a big deal, and you'll find yourself traveling very likely away from the island, back to the island. A lot of your travels will be focused on getting yourself out there, particularly your business. And I've noticed that there's a good amount of Virgo in your chart, which is highly complemented by Capricorn right now. And Virgo, typically, the kind of business endeavors have to do with health. And so anything that involves our own personal health and well-being will be a tremendous expansive endeavor for you this next month. Love is a very important theme right now for you as well, CJ. So understand that these people in your life that you care about are going to really figure prominently, and redefining and reassessing what kind of values you have in terms of love and what you consider to be good will be important during this time as well. The other reading I have here is for Jody in Spokane, Washington. Jody, right now, you are on a path of education, and so you're going to be expanding your own education. The theme right now, too, is health and wellness for you, and but the mastery is really starting to happen now, and most of that mastery has to do with energy work, really pouring yourself into those endeavors. But movement is something that I'm seeing as a very, very powerful part of what's going on right now. So making sure that you're focusing on moving your body, doing all those activities you enjoy doing, dance routines, for instance, or Zumba, or any of those kinds of things that really get your body moving and the blood pumping will be incredibly important for you. Your true note is in the first house of Leo, first house and in the sign of Leo, which basically means that movement is very, very creative for you, and the physical body is very creative for you. So working on healing the physical body, also moving your physical body will be important. And again, We're seeing a very strong love theme for people out there right now. And so don't be surprised if you find someone in your environment that you have a strong connection with that's connected to this holistic energy work education that you're a part of. Hey, thanks again for tuning in to the Professor, the University of the Universe. Again, your donations are always welcome. Right there on the back of the banner on the University of the Universe, there's a PayPal button. We ask for a suggested donation of at least $5, but anything you can give is most welcome. And thanks again for tuning in to this episode of the Horoscope for 2018. So long.